class. Today we are going to study Geography, Chapter 1, Class 7, Components of Environment. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the environment and from what are the important components which has made environment. So there are few keywords in your book like biodiversity, it is given, microbes given, national park, ocean and wildlife sanctuaries. These are the words which is given in your textbook and the meaning is also given. So these words are very important for you to understand this chapter. So kindly go through these words, learn it and then try to write it in your copy. Environment. So environment, it is derived from the French word environner, means neighborhood or surrounding. So whatever is in our neighborhood or which has surrounded us from the all side is nothing else but the environment. It is the basic life support system. Any creature, any species or organism only can survive in their own environment. Now the things, what are the things which comes under environment? So the place, people, things and natural surrounding and all living organisms, they together form environment. Okay, it includes, it means we can broadly divide environment in two parts like natural and human made. Human himself is also a part of environment. Okay, now the human is the only creature which has capability to bring changes in environment, and actually we are doing it in a wrong way. Like if you take example, it's a pollution which we are creating, we are disturbing our environment and disturbing the ecosystem as well. Now environment also, but at the same time environment can also affect human life. Now how it is possible? It is possible in the form of disasters like in volcanic eruption or in case of earthquake. Now if we have to define environment, what it is, so we can write simply environment in its true sense can be defined as all that surrounds us. So this is your definition, what is environment. Now why it is essential, like what do we get from our environment? We get everything for our survival from environment itself. It provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat and the land where we live. So all these things comes under environment only. It also includes plants, animals and a large variety of man-made things which are necessary for our living. So these are the things which comes under environment. Thus environment has, we can say, both natural and man-made elements. So we can better understand it in this format. In the next slide I will be showing you. So environment broadly can be divided into man-made and natural. So man-made is what? Man-made, as you know, the man-made further we can divide into two parts. The physical one which we can see exactly, like the factories, the dams, the roads, the malls and everything which you can see and you can understand, okay, these are man-made things. And the other one which is the socio factor which we do not see, socio-political and economic factor which we cannot see, but that is also created by man, like your political situations, political system, your community and other things which we cannot visualize but we can feel, that comes under the man-made environment. Now in our chapter we are going to study more about the natural component of the environment. The natural component of environment can further be divided into two parts, biological environment and physical environment. So what is the biological environment? It has all the living things like plants and animals comes under the biological environment. So basically all the living things come under the biological environment, and all the non-living things like land, water, air, sun's temperature and heat and all comes under the physical environment. These are the all non-living things. Moving on to next slide, we can see, but it's not like that the environment is only created one part by physical and one the biological, and they are the two separate parts, but they keep interacting with each other. In fact, they are interdependent on each other. We cannot survive. The biological environment and physical environment keep interacting with each other and they are highly interdependent on each other. Like biological environment is dependent on physical and physical environment is dependent on biological at the same time. And this we can call as an ecosystem as well. and the study of these, the interdependence of these two factors we call ecology. Okay. Now, the two components of the natural environment, that is physical, the biological and the biological, are largely interdependent and they cannot be separated. Any major change in the physical environment is bound to bring a change in the accompanying biological environment. Means, if we bring changes in the physical environment, gradually we will see it in the biological environment also. But the changes which comes are of two types, which is, one is sudden, which we can feel, and the other one is the gradual, which comes gradually, which we cannot visualize for a short period of time, but after a long period of time we can feel the difference, we can see it. On like for example, it is given like for soil, we can take soil takes thousands of years to formation, so we cannot see that the changes are occurring on daily basis, but we do not visualize it and we do not understand. But if the sudden changes like earthquakes happen or volcanic eruption occur, then we can see the changes immediately. So the change in physical environment immediate affects biological. Children, one thing we have to keep remember also, that biological and physical, we can also say physical as a abiotic components and biological as a biotic components also. You can see here how this is the form of cycle kind of, like sun. For first of all, abiotic components, what are the sun, the insolation of sun, then your cycles of gases, water, minerals, these are all comes under it, heat energy, all comes under the abiotic components. And the biotic components are producer, plants which produces, then other animals which are dependent on the producer, they are called consumers, and the consumers further can be divided into two parts. Primary consumer, that is those are herbivores, and the secondary consumer who are carnivores, and the third one is the herbivorous, which are dependent, which have the quality both, like they can eat the plant as well as the animals. So these are the consumers, and once the consumers, like the plants get decayed, or the animals or human beings get die, then the third stage is that the third component is decomposer. What the decomposer do? For in that decomposer category, we can put fungi and bacteria. What they do? They changes the entire organic compounds from the dead plants and the dead animals to the soil. They again mix these organic components. They help in increasing the organic components of the soil, and further this cycle keep going on in the form of like this. So we can see that biological and the physical environment is interdependent of each. Using the physical environment like these gases, water, minerals, and insolation of sun, the heat of sun, the plants produces, and the consumers are dependent on plants. Then once the consumer gets died, the decomposer makes it then in the form of soil. So again it gets mixed in the abiotic component. So that's all for today. Go through it and revise and read your book properly. Thank you very much.